And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. Justin Tucker for the extra point.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is JoJo Natson. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 28.
Cleveland coming out here for their next drive offensively. And, Charles, this is a crew you saw week 1 when they were dismantled by Baltimore 38-6. They bounced back week 2, beat Cincinnati 35-30. First win in the head coaching career of Kevin Stefanski. So what do you make right now, CD, of this Cleveland Browns team?
That was more like it. Game ball to Kevin Stefanski, his first win as an NFL.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Mayfield finally. Odell Beckham with a touchdown pass. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Oh, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose. And his... guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
1st and 10.
The offense working its way back out here for the 2-0 Baltimore Ravens, who are coming off their 14th straight regular season victory. You remember that they had the 38-6 dismantling of the Browns in the opener. Week 2 looked just as strong. 33-16 they win at Houston. And Lamar Jackson, the AFC Offensive Player of the Week for Week 1. He wasn't spectacular versus Houston, 18-24, 204 yards and a touchdown, added 54 on the ground. But even when he's not at his dazzling best, his team can still win by 3 scores on the road.
And just you putting those numbers out there and knowing that it's Lamar Jackson, we all go, oh, okay, yeah, I had an okay day. If someone else is...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
He's brought down at the 30.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
33-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. From the gun, Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. Going right side here, and that's complete. And it's a big play there on third down, but with the marker on the field, I don't think it's going to hold. Let's see. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now Jackson dancing to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. One man in the backfield. That's Ingram on 2nd and goal. Flush to his right. Touchdown, Ravens.
Jackson on the keeper. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is now 2. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. JoJo Natson now on the return. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the Browns drive about to get started. 1st down, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns. Adding to his receiving total there. Picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for the Browns. 49 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carping them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. 12-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have retaken the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
5-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to put it away. JoJo Natson back deep. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Escapes the defender. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Mayfield finding Odell Beckham with a touchdown pass. And Browns adds 6 to their lead. And before the snap here, we've got a timeout by the offense. It's their first of this first half, and they'll get together and talk this one over. Now Parkey for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Take over 1st and 10. at their own 28-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. They'll try and run with Ingram. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And, yes, out come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for two. And the second wave of tacklers. Is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10, just shy of the 30. Being chased out left. His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Looks for Beckham again. This time he finds him. And only able to get two here. Stopped at the 30. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Mayfield now. Forced out to his left. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there on 3rd down for the Browns. 48 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. On it. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And that will be incomplete as well.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He finds Beckham complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Mayfield with it once more. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. The 10-yard completion, but still now facing third and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Mayfield finding Odell Beckham with a touchdown pass. And the Browns add on to their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Returning it, Justice Hill. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at about the 32. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. He'll buy some time right. He'll run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
32, Ravens 20.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
On third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Dobbins running out of the gun. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Brings up
another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, coach. Why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
A first down throw for Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 40 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record. And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go. From the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Cody Parkey.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. The dangerous Hill now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
This Ravens offense heads back out there led by Lamar Jackson. He's been elusive, very good at scrambling, over 100 yards rushing already.
Makes you think that you're going to have to change strategy on defense. That now he has commanded that you use one person on him at all times. What's that, the spy technique?
Yep.
And that's so difficult.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him.
Game offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
Successive penalties have him looking now at a 1st and 20. Now it's Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
A gain of 22
And Marquise Brown coming off of a solid rookie season, 46 catches, 584 yards, but he was never 100% in his rookie year. As head coach John Harbaugh talked about the foot injury that he played with throughout the season. Now they expect him to be 100% healthy, and when so, they'll see more of those plays that had everyone calling him Hollywood in college.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
brings up.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Dancing to his left. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Brown's territory now at the 32-yard line. Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it. This time doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down, and now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped him 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Well, CD, taking a step back, we're 2 weeks into the season, and you already kind of get the sense that teams are beginning to separate themselves. If you look at the 2-0 teams, and remember, 62% of 2-0 teams ultimately make the playoffs. But Baltimore, Kansas City, Green Bay, Seattle and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham taking it in. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. That's a prime example of the danger that Baker Mayfield presents when he's able to get outside of the pocket.
And we see many quarterbacks do this in the league. A lot of them have that good mobility, but we see them, they're more like striders, right? There's a smoothness to them. When I watch Baker Mayfield, everything is sharp, hard, aggressive, and he turns it into a big-time shot downfield and a monster play.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Cody Parkey.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Returning it, Hill. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves.
There he goes right side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays, here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown on the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. Yeah, a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. To throw, Mayfield, buying time to his left. He finds his target, Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
There's a good catch by Odell Beckham Jr. And in 2019, even though it was one of the least productive seasons of his career, he was still a 1,000-yard receiver for the 5th time. Also caught the longest reception of his career as well. An 89-yard touchdown against the Jets on a Monday night. Explosive is Odell Beckham Jr.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
The tackle made back at the 39-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield, he'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 61 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Here's Mayfield. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And that one was made so tough by the penalty, pushing them back to the 7. They still got it done, though.
Yeah, and the big surprise is that the extra point unit doesn't run out there with the kicker. Okay, you move it back to the 7, but they felt like they needed to have it, and they felt like they had a good play call, and they were successful.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, he'd had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. 3rd down here.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessful.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
Andrews, touchdown.
Mark Andrews, 36 yards. And the Ravens cut into that lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Tucker now to add the point after.
The extra point.
And that'll make this a 19-point game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Queen on the tackle.
But you might remember Nick Chubb, he had a heck of a game last year in Week 4 in what turned out to be a 40-25 Browns win over these Ravens. He finished with 165 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. Of course, never fear for the Ravens, though. After that loss, they went on a run. They would win their next 12 in a row to finish the regular season at 14-2. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Hard throw, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Pulled in at the 24. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
Mark Andrews with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, and the Ravens get a bit closer.
A year ago, Lamar Jackson led the league in touchdown passes with 36, and many of those went to his tight end, Mark Andrews, who went to the Pro Bowl in his 2nd season in the league. He led all tight ends with 10 receiving touchdowns in 2019. Many people argue that he's Jackson's go-to guy. I say there's no doubt that that is his main target, and he goes to him again for a touchdown connection.
Tucker with the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what?
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Pernell McPhee drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. Powering his way forward. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 40.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Throwing again, Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st down.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Baltimore.
Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. These two teams in this 1st half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and this is back to a 5-point game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They begin this drive with Chubb, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Nick Chubb, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. And there's a completion to Austin Hooper. What a big-time acquisition for this offense in Cleveland. Came from Atlanta as a 2-time Pro Bowler, had nearly 800 yards in receptions and 6 touchdowns last year, and he spends a lot of time with his quarterback in order for them to get on the same page on every snap.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Play fake. Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Baker Mayfield sacked by Derek Wolfe.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The Browns on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun. Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No
him.
one else there to protect him.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown.
Mark Ingram with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 2.
Browns 53. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. He'll try to generate some more steam on offense down to the scoreboard second quarter. Not necessarily his fault, but he's always a guy they want to get extra involved.
Keep finding ways for him to get the football. Keep force-feeding him in that way. Get to the half. Kind of reboot, start over again to try and erase the other things that have them down on the scoreboard.
They'll be looking for a little more juice here in the second quarter before they do hit that halftime locker room. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Second and 11 at their 48-yard line.
On second and 11 now, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 52 yards as they have taken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back. And fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22.
The ball switches back over to Mark Ingram and the Ravens. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe.
Look at the big man rumble. 30, 10, 5, and he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory.
Complete to
A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run here with Ingram. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, no surprise there that he got the ball. When you've got 2 touchdowns already, you're probably demanding it in your own huddle. And you can bet this defense, though, is going to be...
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Touchdown.
8 yards on the touchdown pass as his guys have now moved out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT.
The extra point.
Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. He's probably someone they want to get more involved at this point. Second quarter down to the scoreboard, and you know that he can be a threat.
And because he's such a threat, as well as so productive, I I'm with you on this. They've got to get him the ball more, give him more opportunities for them to have a chance to erase that lead.
Certainly they'll be looking to get him even more in the mix this go-around. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, Mayfield. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Derek Wolfe able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. And shedding through the tackle. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line.
A gain of 16.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Coverage by Anderson.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the 2nd half. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one at a Raven 1st.
And the Raiders.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
In the end zone.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Gain on the play.
So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
And nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a 1st down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Tucker now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Come on, man.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Calais Campbell on the stop.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
The Ravens had a big season in 2019, but we're still looking to strengthen their pass rush. And they bring in Calais Campbell, a 5-time Pro Bowler, and he was acquired for the low cost of a 5th-round draft pick. 31.5 sacks his last 3 years. He's been to 2 NFC Championship games and a Super Bowl. He wants to carry the Ravens back to the Super Bowl with him.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 11. Powerful running. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
13-yard
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
There's Myles Garrett forcing another offensive lineman to yell, look out to his quarterback as he ends up putting him on the deck. 30.5 sacks in his first 3 seasons. Easily one of the best 3-down defensive ends in the NFL.
Mack Wilson on the
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
Well, it's not going to be a 1st down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the 1st down.
The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down? And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
1st down, Baltimore.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Come on, let's go.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Ravens.
Good catch there by Mark Andrews, who was Lamar Jackson's favorite target last year. They came in the same draft class and quickly got in sync with each other. Andrews led the team in receptions with 64 last year for 852 yards en route to his first Pro Bowl.
Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
He was covered by Denzel.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback, Denzel Ward. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup there. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Mayfield to throw it. Got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished second in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. As they keep the drive rolling. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Austin Hooper, 33 yards. And the Browns move back within a couple of the lead.
For the 2-point.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Conversion is no good. That keeps the score.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to, I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20.
The Ravens offense back out there. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The tackle made.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
On the play.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Now, meanwhile, they go for on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete.
Incomplete. Result of
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and 8. But boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Mayfield forced out to his left. And it's caught. Beckham. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Trying to get it to A minute center. Captain. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Well, let's go back to the start of the season talk, Charles. We talked about some 2-0 and 0-2 teams. You mentioned Arizona, maybe a good surprise. Houston, a bad. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. After the sack on first down, Jackson, he's got room to run past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 29-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
3 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Now Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure into a double team, and it's intercepted. B.J. Goodson with a pick, and he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
It's caught by OBJ.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass. Yeah. He'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game. How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving him time to throw the ball. A true team record. But he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. The return man is Hill. Nice work on the return.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 30.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Number 8.
The improv.